6 months ago, I weighed 130 kilos and had high blood pressure and couldn't run. Today, I am 28 kilos lighter. My blood pressure is now 116/73 and I'm training in the gym 5 times a week. In this video, I will show you exactly what happened during my 6 months of Mounjaro. The weight loss, the side effects, the gym and the progress, and what I wish I had done differently. Okay, the starting point of my journey. I started my journey at the 14th of September last year. At the time, I weighed 130.4 kilos. I was 53 years old at the time. Of course, I'm 54 now. My height is 184 centimeters and my BMI was 38.5, which is the beast category. My blood pressure was over 160 over 100. And I'm still on medication for it. So I take apafine 5 mg, Loxapine 100 mg, and I take statins at 40 mg. Also, I started my journey with a pretty bad knee injury. I was only able to walk. I was not able to run or even train in the gym without being in a lot of pain. That started my journey. Today, 6 months into my journey, I now weigh 102.4 kilos, which is roughly about 16.2 stone. I think around about 225 pounds. Overall, I've now lost 28 kilos in weight, which is just over 4 stone and 62 pounds. My body weight loss overall is 21.5%. And my BMI has now been reduced down from 38.5 to about 31, which is very close to being out of the obese category and into the overweight, which I can't actually wait to get to. So I'll be about another, 2 kilos and I'll be out of the obese category. Okay, body changes. Yeah, I've basically been losing weight off my face, off my chest, off my legs, off my arms. And now I'm actually seeing weight coming off my belly at last. So my belly's reducing in size. I can actually start now pinching like the inch skin rather than pinching whole belly button. So I reckon within the next 2-3 months, probably once I get down to about 90 kg, I would see the belly basically reduction to almost a flat stomach, if not completely gone. Side effects. I'm very lucky with side effects. I don't really suffer with side effects at all. I've only had 1 week in my 26 week journey on Mounjaro where I had constipation, and that was about 3 weeks ago, and I have no side effects since. And last week I did actually increase my dose from 3.75 up to 5, expecting to have a load of side effects. I hear not everyone has side effects when they were increased to 5 onwards. Still got nothing at all, so very, very surprised. Now, the question is this week, will I carry on doing 5 or go back to the 3.75, which I've done for a good 20 odd weeks of my journey, and it's been about the right dosage for me. Okay, going back to December last year where I started using the gym after my knee had basically healed. Took 3 months to heal. I've done the injury back in August last year. I ripped probably ligaments in the knee and it took a long while to heal. So December, I started using the gym. I started using functional training, free weights, heavy weights. I started probably 3 to 4 times a week, gradually going up to about 4 to 5 times a week. And now I do heavy weight training at least 3 or 4 times a week. And I'm enjoying it again. I'm falling back in love with it. I feel like I loved it a few years ago and stopped training. So this time I'm pushing myself and I want to carry on doing it. Okay, my diet and how I track my diet is I basically eat low calorie and high fiber protein diet. Basically, I use the NutriCheck app, which helps me to basically monitor all the food I take in. I roughly eat, and this is what's pretty bad for me right now, I eat roughly about 15 to 1800 calories a day, so I'm well under my daily target. But I mean, basically my high protein, and so the high protein is probably the thing I need to look at as well. So sometimes I'm over about 130% of whole protein in my target a day, which can have its negative effects on weight, your kidney problems. So I need to watch that as well. Okay, supplements I take in my journey. Supplements are very important to keep your diet and your training going. So I take protein powder, I take creatine, multivitamins to keep my health going good, amino acids, collagen, and fibre tablets, of course, help me go to the toilet. These all help with muscle recovery, nutrition, and digestion. I have not actually, since I've been doing my journey, never had one day where I've been ill. I've not had a cold, I've not had flu this year, so everything's been going quite well for me. Headaches, I've only had headaches at the beginning of the journey, one during the journey, more for tiredness than anything else. So yeah, so illnesses and supplements are going pretty well for me right now. Non-scale victories. Yeah, non-scale victories during my 6 months of my journey have been basically people notice my change and commenting at work and outside of work, personal friends. 90% of the people have been positive. I do have 1 or 2 negative comments like, oh yeah, I put the weight back on when you basically come off Mounjaro, or don't lose any more weight. You know, you lost too much as it is. And nah, I ain't lost enough weight yet. Improved health markers like my blood pressure, of course being able to run for the first time. Yesterday I was late for work. I actually woke up 1 hour late for work, and I was supposed to be at work at 6, opening up the building, and it was 6 o'clock. So I had half an hour to get to the building to open up for the customers before I got myself in trouble. So I managed to run for about 500-600 yards and walk the rest, and actually running for that first time I actually felt comfortable. I could probably run a lot further. My belly wasn't interfering like usually when you run before. You feel that weight in your belly banging it down. Everything felt comfortable for a change. My energy levels are a lot higher. I feel more better. I'm able to like get through a long week from like my 7-day weeks. I'm very tired by it comes to the last couple of days, but no, my energy level's been quite good. I usually feel energy still there, so by the time I have Saturday and Sunday off, I'm with my son and I'm able to do things with him. Clothes are fitting differently, of course. I've gone down from double XL to XL. I'm approaching being able to fit into large clothes soon, so I can't wait for that. I'm looking to buy some large t-shirts, probably just to keep myself, push myself into that t-shirt soon. So that's my next part of my journey. Regrets of my journey. I've got 2 main regrets. First regret is not starting my journey back in April 2025 when I first went to the GP and got refused for the medication. I should have done it private back then. Second part of that regret would be also the price increases in September. You think if I started back in April, I may have done my journey by now. I may not have done my journey. I might have to like a thing, but the thing was like it'd been a lot cheaper. And the way I'm doing my dosage right now, I'm on what, 7.5 pen. I'm basically using 3.75 each week, or maybe a 5 each week, and I'll save myself a fortune. I've got 4 pens or 3 pens in the fridge already built up, so my plan is to buy 2 more pens and to go through those last 4 or 5 pens that risk doing more. Hopefully enough of maintenance probably to Christmas as well. My other regret is called starting it with a knee injury. You know, if I was able to start it without the knee injury and going to the gym from day 1, I'd probably be further on my journey right now. I'd probably be down to about in mid-90s rather than lower hundreds. So that's my other regret. I don't regret starting it later for another reason though. The reasons I don't regret starting it in September is because all the good advice I've had off YouTube. If I started it back in April, I probably would have done the 5 pen, the 2.5 pen, the 5 pen, the 7.5, the 10, the 12.5, the 15 every 4 weeks, as it basically says you've got to do. I've never gone higher than 5 in 26 weeks, and that's only because I've had advice for people on YouTube who are on the journey before me, but weren't on the journey in April, so I've never got that advice of them. So I'm grateful for that at least. Thank you. Let's talk about my goal weight, what I decided from day 1, and I keep changing my mind if it's 90 kg or 85 kg, but I've decided right now my goal weight right now will be 85 kg. if that is what the weight I eventually get to when I come off Mounjaro, or it's the weight I will aim at after I come off Mounjaro, I do not know yet. So it's 85 kg, which is 185 pounds, 13.5 stone, which I think is a quite healthy weight for a guy of my age and my size. We'll see. Of course, my BMI will be reduced down to 25, which is a healthy weight rather than overweight. So that's another target I've got to do. Anyone out there currently doing Mounjaro or think about doing it, I'd love to hear a comment from you. Tell me your journey. Tell me what your plans. Is it similar to mine or anything better? Drop me a comment about your starting weight, your current weight, your goals, your ambitions. And if you like this video, please like it, please share, please comment, please follow me, or subscribe to me, I should say. Again, as I always say, I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to get better each week. More and more confident. That's one thing I can say. If you watched my videos right back 6 months ago, I was not confident on the camera at all. I was not confident talking to you, but again, I've grown week by week, as well as lost my weight week by week. So please like, please share, please definitely comment. Everything will help me grow this channel. See you all soon.